I want to do it.
Okay.
As far as I know, they haven't written to me and said we could do it, but I'm sure Metro will do math day competitions again.
Okay.
You know, Metro's trying to rename themselves like Denver University as some kind of different number name, and so they've been giving really cool prizes. Last time we won what iPod? What did we win, Katie?
Travis won an iPod.
Yeah, Travis won an iPod.
Nick won the math beat shirts. Nick
You
got a
can
t-shirt
do.
for international.
Yeah, actually, they gave us shirts. That's pretty cool.
He won those songs that was outside.
Seemed like we actually won something else too, which is really amazing.
I
But
won something.
well, you should go down.
When we went down to women,
What is this?
when we
It's
went
an
down
equal.
to women in science, not one person from Kremlin won anything.
Yeah, it was like all these little random people with like weird names that not to be racist, not like Chinese.
Okay, so folks, I want to talk about two other things. I want to talk about a conjugate, and then I want to talk about how to make things simplified. So conjugates. So if I have 3i plus 4, the conjugate is 3i minus 4. And that's all there is to writing a conjugate. Now let's use the conjugate. So we're going to use the conjugate if I start to end up with a problem like this. So let's say that somebody wrote a problem where they had 3 plus 3i plus 4 times x, subtract 4 equals 12i plus 4. So if I was going to get this problem solved, I am supposed to get x by himself. So what's the first thing I'm going to get rid of? So I'll add 4 to both sides, and what will I have?
3i plus 4 times x equals 11.
Wait, wouldn't it be 12 plus 3i x? Not that. Sorry, I wasn't listening. And then you.
So would everybody agree with that? Now, at this point, here's the letter x. I want the other thing to go away,
Divide.
so we would divide.
So x equals 4i.
We didn't do it. X is 4 and just added it. Just added it. Okay, this is an example.
Is everybody still okay with what I've done? So at this point, you realize that these guys don't just wipe each other out because we've got to do all of that stuff in between, but you're not supposed to leave them on the bottom. So we use something that comes literally almost out of thin air, which is called the modulus. So the trick is that if I was to multiply the bottom by the modulus, if I multiply the bottom by the modulus, but I also have to do exactly the same thing on the top. Sorry, the conjugate. You were right. Thank you, Katie.
But what does this have to do with something?
That's how we will solve the answer.
Okay, thank you.
So if I've got a problem like this,
Why
you
can't
know
we
that
just divide
this guy needs to multiply through because you can't.
because that's too easy. Does that make sense?
So if I do this, this 3i has to go through.
Okay.
3i minus 4.
So -9
Now I'm going to finish this before I come and do
You
top.
did that.
So 3 times 3 gives me 9,
I squared.
I squared.
Which wouldn't that make it -9?
Yes. 3 times 4,
Negative 12i.
Plus 12i.
4 times 3.
Plus 12i, which cancels.
Right, that's why we picked the modules.
Minus 6 top.
4 times -4, positive or negative?
Negative.
So you have -9 and -16, which is
9 squared.
-9. No, because I.
So as I'm working this out, I squared is a -9.
Negative comes out.
Those guys have dropped out. I've got a -16.
So it's negative.
So it's -25 on the bottom.
Oh, why does it think it's 7? Because 9 and 6
Now,
plus
let's
1.
go ahead and work out the top.
B plus 2 to get 7 there.
So the top, we're going to do the same thing.
So
I've got the 12i,
That's 3i minus 4.
3i minus 4. Is that going to bother you if I don't switch colors at this point? And you already see the
Anything,
groups.
it confuses me.
Dude, I wonder what your voice sounds like on recording.
3 times 12.
36. Since I squared, it'll be
Right.
I know.
4
Keep
times
putting it
12.
I didn't top mine.
Just for that, I'm not going to dot anything. 8 times 3.
24. And -36.
-36.
Would everybody agree?
-36 and -32.
So this is a -36. -32 is usually known as.
-68. Just
Yeah,
And you got -24, add 24.
Sorry, Eric.
okay, I forgive you.
Now, I love the fact that I can just come up here and change how much space I need. So let's make him a little bit bigger. So I ran out of room at the bottom of the page, so I just need to add more space. So this is
-27. There you go.
negative what?
Don't do that on the test there.
Would you notice there's a negative here and a negative here? So this is going to simplify to
I don't know why I'm thinking negative 4. So you're just because everything's negative. So you're like, bam, positive.
right. So I brought the negative to the front, and then that negative and that negative made it positive.
So, can you answer my question from a long time ago? Why can't you just do simple division?
Because it doesn't work that way.
Because that would make sense.
So
No, it doesn't.
is that the
No,
answer?
it's too easy. That's why we have to do it this way.
Oh my god.
No.
Doesn't it?
Let me ask this. What's 16 divided by 8? What's that? Yes. Now, could I write that as 10 plus 6?
Yes.
Could I write this as 2 plus 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, are you claiming that the 6's drop out so that actually equals 5?
No.
What's wrong with that thought?
Is it the first?
It's too easy.
Don't you have to do the bottom parts first? So that's why we couldn't do what I think you're calling simple division.
But you could divide it because there were 2 I's and 2
No,
positives.
no more than you can have those 2 6's drop
But
themselves
there's
out.
no I's, so the variable.
It was the, okay, because to the bottom. bottom one was in a parentheses, so that just changed.
Oh, okay. You could have just said in parentheses and then I'm like,
Same.
Got out the secret language, okay.